Welcome, everyone. Thought I'd throw together here a little quick live. Don't know how long it'll go. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. It is hot today here on the East Coast. Excuse me while I adjust the cam. Excuse me. Latoya, good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. I just posted this a few minutes ago with no promotion, no nothing. So whoever shows up just shows up. My regular firearms and reloading community, I don't stream very often, so they don't usually know when I'm going to stream. And, I do have one posted for in advance for Thursday night, so that's 2 days early there. So that'll help some. Hey, Kingpin, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. And there's my buddy, Michael Hertnick. Good to see you, Michael. Been a while, hasn't it? Believe it or not, I'm tired. I am tired of not streaming. If that makes sense. I miss it. I miss you guys. Hey, Quest, good to see you, man. I almost watched one of your videos. I got to go back and take a look at it. I ran into it and I got busy, but I'm going to kind of catch your videos and definitely watch them. And Kingpin, I watched some, I think the other day, one of them. But yeah, appreciate you coming here, Michael, Kingpin, Quest. You guys rock. You'll see quite a, you guys in our community know. Well, you will see. I don't say you will know. I don't know why I said that, but go figure. No show prep. But we'll see different people in different communities, hopefully occasionally drop in here and say hello. Latoya, she jumps around a lot of other homestead communities and Hillbilly Chicken Ranch streams. Today's Tuesday. I think Hillbilly Chicken Ranch will have a stream Wednesday, I think. I could be wrong. I've kind of forgotten. I'll have to go back to her channel and look. But anyway, it's good to have you guys here. Like I said, I just posted it on a last minute thing here. I was actually on my way to the store and I says, oh crap, I got tea here. About out now. Coffee. I did make my first thumbnail. What do you guys think? It's just simple. It's me and my great grandson. He's the one I took camping a few years back. He's a little older now, but I didn't have a picture of myself, so I just went ahead and stuck me and him on the thumbnail. I actually created it using Canva. So I'm trying to get in there and learn this stuff because I think the thumbnails are important. Kind of gives you an idea where the show's going, or if you see the thumbnail, you go, oh, there's AR. I do have some old ones, which Michael, you're aware of, and Quest and a few others. But I've used them so much that I don't really, I may retire some of them. And actually, Guns and Barbecue made those for me, and I appreciate that. Really good thumbnails, really. Way better than I could make. But Canva gives you a little bit of free that you can work with. I picked yellow. Why? Because it kind of stands out a little bit more. And there'll be other pictures. I'm going to probably do some photographs of some shooting stuff, reloading with me on it, pictures, and I'll bring it into that thumbnail for YouTube. But hope you guys are doing good and having a good day. It is humid here, 90 degrees here in Georgia. The big GA. Curtis Long, I just texted him. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, Curtis. And I appreciate you guys, Curtis. You know what I mean? I appreciate what you do, brother. I still got your jelly in there in the cabinet. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. And I may end up doing I don't like copying other people because so much stuff is, been rehashed on YouTube, and we get influenced whether we want to or not, or like it or not. We do get influenced. And but I may end up doing not just coffee, but just sitting here doing some breakfast and talking to you guys. AR Guns, anything with Echo? Didn't you say that he was? Well, I thought he was. I don't think that's going to be work. I can't talk about much about him right now. I hope he's doing good. I haven't heard from him. Last I heard from him, God, we were trying to think. I think he was going fishing or something. He said everything was going okay at that point, but I do miss Echo. He was my sidekick and co-host, and I was his co-host. And he was a good talker, and I enjoyed the banter back and forth between me and him. Warsaw Patriot, good evening, or well, good afternoon. It's not evening yet. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in, brother. Yeah, I miss him too, Warsaw. It's there's a few times there he almost got online. I mean, come real close. He'd text me and say he was going to get on, and I'm so sorry I didn't know. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing, Vanessa? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in, guys. Like I say, it's the last minute. People are not used to me streaming much anymore. I can actually tell by the side chat. There's not many. But I'll try to throw some more morning coffees up occasionally, and maybe even throw in a reloading topic, or just talk, whatever we want to do. A panel, if anybody wants to come on, we may do that in the future. I haven't decided yet on the panel. I have had somebody on a coffee panel once. It was Al My Backstep. I think he come on my panel. He's in the camping outdoor community. I want you to know. Hang on a minute. Highlight you. So easy. It's hard for me to read. My eyes are about gone. And it says, I want you to know we the community value you and many of us. You too, man. You all are. I'll say this. Years ago, I wasn't into YouTube streaming, which you all remember. I wasn't around, and I used to wonder. I says, how do you make friends on social media? I thought, well, it's not real. But actually, I've changed my mind on that and thoughts on that. I have evolved. You do meet people, and you get to know them quite a bit, even online. Now, granted that, like, I've discussed this with other people, and Curtis, we all don't show our everything about us, when we stream, but we do get to know each other. I watch you all talk in the side chat. I haven't heard anything. He typically, every summer, typically that garage gets hot, is what I'm thinking is why he's not streaming. And I've got a Thursday night show posted, you guys. Good to see you, Chris, too. Thank you for dropping in. Your thing is different now. It's black with a 740 on it. I noticed that I was went by your channel today. I'll get to watching some of your content. MSB 9021 has joined us. Good afternoon. I'm going to do more. I don't have as many firearms as I used to have. I want to do more firearms, even probably some edited videos on the bench and things I'm doing, and keep you guys more posted on some projects I'm going to have going. I'm going to be doing some AR builds. I actually won't talk about the caliber. I'm going to do 223. Got others I'll announce later, and I'll get in there and I'll show the tools I got and let you all see that. I can't build it online, but I surely, hey, I think I can pick a part up, and if I do a strike on a part, I'll just quit picking the parts up. But I don't think they strike you on a part. Chris probably knows the answer to that one. I've thought about, I don't think they're doing, unless they change their policy again, which they can do, But got a few on here. Appreciate you guys coming in. I need some cold tea. I don't need this warm coffee. I have never drank coffee in the summer. I got a roommate here that does coffee every day, 7 days a week, year round. As long as I don't go out in the heat, go driving in my non-AC four-wheel drive, I do okay. But boy, when I drink a thing of coffee and I get in that truck with no air, I break out in a sweat. I mean, like you wouldn't believe. If you're wondering what this is kind of like a Frog Tog foam thing that cools you down. And believe it or not, even in hot weather, it stays cold to the touch. Boy, it's a old one. I have washed it, got a few stains because I've used it quite a bit, but it keeps you cool. But good to see each and every one of you. We'll try to, like I said, we'll try to I'll try to get some of these up more often. And I was talking to Mac last night, Mac Man, and he said, "You going to do Thursday?" And I says, "Yeah, I'm probably going to throw a show up." And I got into Canva here hour or so ago, a couple hours ago, and started. You don't. Sometimes some of that stuff is free, and then occasionally I'll pull a template up and it's not free, and it says, blah blah blah. You got to go to the pro thing and pay. I've looked at the price, and Canva is very expensive in my opinion. So I'm just using what I can of the free stuff that they have. Let's see. Add ice to that mug for iced coffee. Yeah, I actually drank iced coffee when I was younger a little bit. My mother would get me to make her coffee, and I'd dump ice in it and drink it. Actually, that's what I should be doing. That'd be good for the summer. Just never thought about it past few years. I'm usually not a coffee guy. I haven't been. I started drinking coffee a lot in 2003 because I was in sales. And guys I worked with back then, they'd take the commercial, the bun machine, and they would do 2 packs of coffee, double the strength. And I got to drinking it. Then I moved here in 2005. I started drinking big old giant mug of coffee. Did it for like 3.5 years here, nonstop, every day, except summer. I did quit in the summer and didn't do it. But let me highlight you guys. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Like I say, I'm going to do some, if you see some of my edited videos, just ignore some of the faults in them because I'm going to be a learning curve. I do know how to edit. Am I good at it? Nope, I'm not good at it. I do have one program, Cyberlink Power Director 15, I bought years ago, I think for $50 or 60. I may do the Movi that Christmas 740 does, and I may do the Mac uses it too. And actually, I got a copy on my PC, and I go to uninstall it. It'll let me. It'll say 40% off. So I may end up purchasing that just to see. Colt 1927 has joined us. Good to see you. Critter is here. Good to see you, Critters. It's been a while, hasn't it? And like I say, I miss the shows. I do. It's there for a while. I had a lot going on with that car. I got it to where I finally got it in the shop. I was there a few days ago. I said, today's Tuesday. I was there last week. Can't remember what day. And he had a 57 Chevy. He would just put a 350 engine in and actually put a power brake booster in it. And it had an inline straight stick. He put it to automatic 350 small block. Painted and everything. Nice, beautiful carburetor on it. I think it was a Holly. Very good looking. The shop did a real good job on the block painting it Chevy orange. And that car totally restored. But the only problem with it, it's a 57 Chevy. It's a 4-door. And the guy that's going to work pulling my motor said, he put a lot of money in this thing. And I said, I know it's weird. Back in my day, I'm old school, guys. We didn't think of 4-door cars as hot rods. It was only 2 doors. Is what we considered a muscle car back then. One day at a time, Farmstead has joined us. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. You all from this other community. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in here. It means a lot to me. I do so many of them. Not as much lately, but I do try to get over there and watch lives when I can. I was watching CFM yesterday, doing some fishing. But thank you for coming in. AR show, appreciate it, Vanessa. Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, about Rusty here. It's been a while. Like I said, like I said, I'm going to try to change these coffees, not just sit here and, yak my jaw here constantly. I want to try to, I don't know, maybe have a panel on occasionally. And I did used to. Even Chris, a long time ago, he was on here occasionally. And maybe just, do a little bit of stuff with my reloading gear. Or if nothing else, talk about a certain firearm or a certain caliber or something. And I got a lot to talk about, though, really. I have a fire kit I've never shown. I can do either a video or do that live. I got a barbecue now. I got a pellet grill I bought the other week. I've been cooking chicken wings, chuck burgers on it, smoking. I'm going to buy me. The only thing about the pellet grill, it does not taste as smoky to me as a green egg. It tends to have a shortcoming there, which I knew about when I bought it. But they say you can buy a smoke tube. Get one for 6 inches and 12 inches. And you can put wood in it or pellets. And basically it's called dirty smoke. And you stick it in there and run it about 2 hours when you first start cooking. It'll give it put more smoke onto the meat. I'm going to buy that tube from Amazon and actually do the barbecue. Hopefully in time I will do, we'll do a few outdoor barbecue live streams. I see them occasionally. Is it Barbecue Rockstar? He does them occasionally. He's got a nice grill though. Mine's only made out of tin. His is made out of real steel. He's got some good barbecue stuff. But appreciate it. Everyone being here. Oh, I got 10 on this morning. Not bad. Like I say, I didn't promote this. I just something I thought I'd throw together right quick. Excuse me. It's getting hot here in Georgia. It's not as hot necessarily. It's just humid as crap. You walk out there and walk around the garage. I was in the garage earlier looking at my floor jack. I got a Harbor Freight 3-ton, one of those Super Duties. Not that old. I bought it for when I first bought the sports car because I need a good way to jack it up. And heck, that thing was bought for $200. Now I think that thing sells at Harbor Freight for $280. Don't quote me. I think $289. Unbelievable, the price increase, especially pre-flu, if you know what I mean. 82. Let me see what it is here, Colt. It's not been too bad. I mean, to me, the humidity levels, when you're looking at the weather, don't seem bad. When you're out there, boy, you sweat. Let me see. Doesn't really say the humidity right now. I'm afraid if I blow it up, I'll lose the chat, and I don't want to close out the chat accidentally. Oh, Critter, I know where he's at now. He's in Texas, 105. Oh, Mac Man's hitting 118, 120. I know 118. Colt says 82. Ooh, yeah. Let me look. Matter of fact, let me look on the phone. Humidity levels aren't high per se, but when you go out there, you sweat like a dog. Not to put a dog down, but let me see what the weather is. Probably not that bad on the humidity yet. If it even shows me. Let's see, today. Let me click on that. I know it's worse than Florida. Just don't, Echo used to tell me how bad it was. Heck, I can't even see the thing. Bear with me, let me put my glasses on. Come on, where's the humidity at? Okay, see, it's not that high. Right now it's 42%. And I was out earlier and I wasn't sweating much. But yesterday, day before yesterday, out around 1 or 2 o'clock, well, I was pouring with sweat. So not too bad in Georgia compared to other places. And that's the cool thing about Nightbot too, guys, that you can do like the weather right there. Excuse me. I'll highlight that. See, we'll know now where Vanessa's weather is with temperature. Let me see. Okay. Okay, 81F, yeah. Okay. 6 miles per hour, humidity 86%. Whoa. Yeah, it's way higher. You're double what we are here. Viejo. Hey, how you doing, Viejo? Thank you for dropping in. New York Outcast jumped in there. We got quite a few here. Latoya, New York Outcast, one day at a time farmstead. Viejo joined us. I know how to say that. Just sometimes get tongue tied. Vanessa's with us. Colt 1927. Critter jumped in there. Appreciate you guys. Everybody coming in. Chris from the 740. MSB 9021 is with us. Let's see, make sure I haven't missed no one. Vanessa, Latoya, I called. Warsaw Patriot, he jumped in there. Let's see, Michael Hurtnick was with us. He's hopefully still there listening. I hadn't seen Michael in a while. Of course, you all hadn't seen me in a while. Curtis Long joined us earlier. Good to see you, Curtis. Quest jumped in there earlier. Kingpin joined us. And that's it there for now. Do a little quick shout out there. I watched some of Mac's interview last night. And, he did a good job. I was telling him that's typically, I started out with Echo. Some of you know this. I started out with Echo doing interviews. I kind of at times felt uncomfortable because I was mostly on the side, kind of silent, at times. And then when we needed questions, of course, I would help there. But I like a little bit more laid back interview style, similar to MacMan. I think it goes well. And the thing I don't like about an interview sometimes, and it's nothing wrong with it, it's just your personal taste, is that we tend to ignore the side chat during the interview. Well, see, Mac kind of keeps talking to the side chat. So if I do interviews, it'll be similar, same style. I just think it's always good I always say this, the side chat matters. Without the side chat, you got nothing. And I don't believe you have to talk to the side chat. It's the thing to do. I don't care. Even if you do an interview, you need to, even if nobody's got questions, at least acknowledge and speak to them. But you guys rock. And when I say guys, that means ladies and gentlemen. So, trying to see if anybody else jumped in. But anyway, I'm not going to make this very long. I should have got me some ice. Even my ice melted in my water thing. It says U.S. Army. No, I didn't join the Army. I tried once. They wouldn't take me because I had a back issue. Marines didn't want me either. And actually, when I was young, I was pretty strong. I just had a little bit of low back issue. Raleigh Carvelis joined us. Good afternoon there. I'll be back after I collect my targets. Oh, okay. He's at the range. That sounds like fun. I'm trying to get my brother to go. Some of you know this. I got 40 caliber Acura bullets here, 155 grain plated, 500. I got 540 caliber brass. My brother's got the 40 cal that I used to own. He's got the Taurus PT-101 adjustable sight stainless steel. I've been trying to get him lately, mentioning let's go either fishing or let's get to the gun range. And we got an outdoor one, but I don't really want to go by myself. And I'll try to get some video too while I'm there. I know more about how long I can run 4K on my phone. I can run it 4K at 30 frames per second for 10 minutes minimum. And that's really all I need anyway. I don't, to make a series at the gun range. You don't need a straight, to sit there and video everything. If you did, you'd be bored to death. But let's see what Vanessa says here. I will buy a 50 BMG and get my brothers to the range. I've never shot that caliber, but I bet it would be fun. It would be. Oh, heck, at one time, I said this a little while ago on the stream, I would love to fire a tank. That'd be awesome, being in that tank, boy, and rocking like that. It would be unreal. When I was younger, I really wanted to do it. I said, that would be awesome to get in a tank and fire a round off. But appreciate, Info Bro's joined us. See there, a good thing I was scrolling. Good to see you, Info Bro. Hope you're having a good day. I think he's out West Coast, I think. And so is Viejo. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I enjoyed it, Viejo. I actually called Mac and talked to him about that. We discussed a little bit. Like I was saying earlier, some of the interviews, and there's nothing wrong with it. We all are different. I prefer to interview more casual. Long time ago, I mentioned this to Mac. I wanted to interview Viejo. Back then it was Walter. And I think I mentioned it to you or something a while back about getting on the panel and you were busy or something, like a long time ago. And Echo kept saying, get him on. I said, I will in time. Don't be pushy about it. I said, I'll have a more laid back, interview. I'm not going to sit there and just, nonstop asking questions and ignoring the side chat continuously. So my style is going to be different too than Echo's was. And Echo's, I enjoyed, too. That's actually how I got into interviews, was actually being with him. But I'm I like it more like an evening, say with AR and say Colt 1927, more casual type thing. And that's what Mac did. I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I actually called and told him, I said, it's really good. You did several interviews back in the day. I enjoyed. Yeah, I did. I'd forgot about that. I did. I did one was a Milsurp Duo. Now here's the oddity of that interview, Viejo. I didn't have a clue about surplus weapons. And I says, how am I going to interview a guy kind of about, surplus when I don't know, I have a clue? Well, I just ask questions and let him do the talking. So that way he knew all about it. I didn't know a thing. And I'd say, so what's that gun? Or, you want to tell us about that gun? And what are other guns? And so I had forgot about that. I actually had Guns and Barbecue made me a little Milsurp Duo thumbnail for it, that show. So I totally forgot about that I did that. It's been so long. Quite a while. But I do miss getting on here, talking to you guys a lot. It's especially on a regular basis. And summer's here. It's hard to get out now. I did walk the neighborhood today, so I started that. I wasn't walking it. I did go to a chiropractor, and he kind of cracked me weird and got my back good, and then turned around and it messed it up. So it is what it is. I walk. As long as I walk a lot, I do okay. I can handle it. Critter says, I am still thinking of getting an M1 carbine. I've looked at a few of those in Athens, and we got a store here, mom and pop, pretty large. And I go in there occasionally. Now, they'll haggle with the prices, but the prices are kind of high. We also got in Athens, Clyde Armory. Andrew Clyde, he is a House of Representatives guy. He ran for office here a couple years ago and won. He got an awesome gun store. I ain't kidding you. He sells to FBI, law enforcement. They're in there. Sometimes you see ATF agents, FBI. They get law enforcement trade-ins a lot, and they've got tons of guns and rifles. Actually, that's where I bought my, years ago, I walked in there and bought a Tikka TAC A1. I get this wrong sometimes because it's so kind of a weird long name. And it had a collapsible stock, folding stock on it, 24-inch barrel, 308. It was a great gun. It was heavy, felt like it was about 12, 13 pounds. And the only thing I was talking about, I think on Hillbilly's show, about folding stocks the other night and Saturday night. And I didn't like a folding stock on a bolt action gun. Here's what would happen. Even though it was aluminum, it seemed heavy, and yet plus you have that big knuckle there. I would actually push the button on it, and the stock, if you had the gun angled a certain way, the stock would just go bam and fold in on its weight and actually ding the doggone gun. Now, they didn't put a rubber stop or nothing on that. Tikka did not back in the day. So I never actually used the folding stock part because I did ding the gun. So, or the rifle, I should say. Let's see what VA's got going here. Warmest day in a while here, 80F. Yep, very low humidity. Yeah, that's a good thing about out west. I wish we didn't have humidity here in Georgia. That's the one thing that kind of wears on us here. Let me see. We've got somebody in here, Patani Islam. Waving hand pink. Yeah, thank you for dropping in. Can't post comments to some destinations. Oh, that's because I'm streaming to Twitter. Coat says tomorrow's the best day of the week, so it's mowing time. I just mowed the other day. Boy, was my grass almost a foot tall. Luckily, I had a 10 or 13-year-old rider mower. Actually, I got to get 2 tires. My tires keep running down now, getting low. Every week I got to pump them up to 15 pounds. But appreciate you coming in here. Patani Islam. Yeah, thank you for dropping in. Apparently, that would definitely be somewhere else. Good to see you. Appreciate coming in here, guys. GGW Outdoors overlook. See there? You got to keep scrolling and looking. One day at a time. Good to see you, GGW. Thank you for dropping in. Colt, bear with me, guy. I'm just kind of scrolling. Oh, appreciate that too. One day at a time, Farmstead. I know I go into some streams, even in the homestead community, and we all does same thing in our community. Our guys are pretty good at it, and I'll see sometimes 20, 30 people on, and you might see sometimes eight thumbs up. I try to do a thumbs up if I start watching this show, like on my phone. I'll go ahead and close it out and do the thumbs up, and then of course bring back the live chat. And it's just something I automatically do. I try to do it for everybody. Good to see you, GGW. Oh, got 14 on. Okay. Appreciate it, guys. Pretty good day. I need to do more of these coffees. I think what it is, too, there's certain times. I know Echo used to tell me he would, we'd do a Friday night show, example, at 6. Sometimes they'd be slow. He'd get kind of stressed over it, and I'd go, don't worry about it. I said, sometimes people just on their way home, busy. And I said, it happens like that. Some nights are good, some days are good, some days are not. What Vanessa's saying here. I will be up and down the road from the Savage. Oh, wow. Okay. I remember when they had the Indian on there, and I hate to say it, PC kind of apparently took that off. I bought one years ago. I remember back in I think 2000, 30-06, 110 bolt action. And they had the Indian logo on it. A lot of people probably don't realize that's missing, but it used to be on there. Echoes, I don't know how he's doing, GGW. I hope he's doing okay. And just do the prayers, guys, for him. But yeah, I do miss him. Let me highlight this. Vanessa, grab me a 110 tactical while you're there. Yeah. I tell you a good thing about Savage rifles. Back in the, I think, 90s, I worked at a contact lens company. A lot of the guys says, don't get a bolt action Savage. Savage at one time didn't have a good reputation as good. Remington was more top dog, I think, in the 90s. And amazingly, they come out with medium barrels, heavy bull barrels, fluted barrels, and them jokers are very accurate. I mean, nothing can hardly outshoot them out of the box. They're like Coates says, they're a tack driver. Absolutely are. I want another one, Savage, probably in 308. I thought about the carbon fiber one because it's so light. Echo told me not to. He said it wouldn't be as accurate with that carbon fiber. But sure is light, though. I think it's $13.99 for the light version of it, carbon fiber. And it's heavy barrel. But yeah, can't beat Savage now. They upped their game. They got a Precision. I can't remember the name of it. Now I know it's Precision in the word, and it comes with I had one too that comes with aluminum chassis. I can't remember if it's a 113 or I can't even remember the name. I don't even want to say it because I don't recall. But I had one Savage. I had aluminum chassis and a fluted barrel. I had another Savage with a synthetic stock with a fluted barrel, I think, or non-fluted. So I had quite a few Savages there for a while before I bought the Tikka, and I ended up selling the Tikka and the Savages. I also bought a Ruger American. The thing that impressed me back in the day, they were $350 when they came out. The Savage, the American, I love the action on it. It was more slick, and I like a good slick action. I know you can polish them up, and that's the one thing I do like. I'd love to do what Max got. I'd love to get a 700 action receiver, buy the barrel, have it, a gunsmith headspace it for me, and then buy maybe a Masterpiece Arms chassis. But you're talking, what, $6,000 to $10,000. I can't really go that route. Max got rifles, he says, does bullet into bullet, bullet hole after bullet hole. That's amazing. But me, I'll probably end up, if I get one, it'll be a factory, and I may end up upgrading the barrel on it. That's what I'll do. I'll definitely get it on aluminum chassis of some type. Probably MDT, I think, is the name of it. Yeah, it reminds me when I start talking things about like names of the chassis, it reminds me of Echo, because Echo was like a sponge. I could bring up something, he would usually know the name, and sometimes he didn't know it, and I would guess at it, what he was talking about. But I miss the guy. Good to see you. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Owned a few AMCs myself back in the day. Owned a Gremlin in 1980, a white one, 3-speed on the floor. And I did brake jobs, put a clutch in it, and kept it for several years. I think me and my wife split, and she sold it to her sister or something. And my brother, he owned a Gremlin that was had some rust from up north. I actually drove it in the 90s at the Contact Lens Company, and then bought me in 1990. I I told him, I said, I can't drive that car. It's embarrassing. It had rust on it, and the bumper was a different color. Plus, it was a Gremlin. Gas, the needle didn't work, so you didn't know if you had gas. One day I ran out of gas at a red light not far from my company, and all the employees going by me, and I'm sitting there hiding going, oh, don't look. Oh, God. I mean, this crappy car. Make a long story short, I bought a used 6-year-old black 84 Firebird. Drove that for a few years. Bought a next car I bought after that. I had a station wagon now before I had the Firebird from a second marriage. And that's another reason I went to sports cars, because I got tired of having a station wagon, being single. By 1995, I turned 40 and bought my very first sports car. And boy, was I happy. I had a blast with it. And, the only regret I have is I should have never traded it in for a newer model. I should have kept the one that I had. That was not my only regret. But a lot of us, back in the 90s, we didn't have the internet. So you couldn't do research on, Pacific Vets unless you had a magazine or maybe go to the library if you're lucky to find a book on it. There was no, now we have all kinds of information that we at our disposal. So what Coach says about Tika, my Tika T1X22. Yeah, see there, yeah, Tikas are accurate. I was in a gun store a few years ago, a guy I've known for years, and I was telling him, mentioning Tika, and he said, I know this. He said, man, I was looking at some stainless steel ones, hunting with a thin barrel, not necessarily thin, but, standard barrel. And he said, I know one thing, them things are doggone accurate. And he's a big gun guy, too. He owns a mom and pop store here in town, about 15 minutes from me here. Ron Wayne, let's see. Hang on. So there, I overlooked somebody get talking. Hey, Ron Wayne, good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping in. He says he's at work. Appreciate you dropping in, Ron. Hey, I take none of you guys for granted. Like I used to tell Echo, and I even tell Mac, I said, without you all, there is nothing. No show at all. You all make the show. And I've always tried to kind of center basically like Mac, I've tried to center a show around, the side chat too, for the most part. And there's times I think I've did a show around the side chat, or, the discussion in the side. The coach says, I put a Boyd's at one stock on it with pillar bedding. Yeah, I've heard of Boyd's. I've seen a stock like Hasbro has. He's got a red laminated stock on one of his rifles. I was in Walmart the other day. There was nobody there, so I couldn't ask them. They had a bolt action, red laminate stock bolt action there, sitting there. Couldn't even see the price on it. Couldn't even see what, I think it was a Savage. And I waited around about 10 minutes trying to find someone to ask about it, and I never did. I'm going to go back out there and look at it, maybe take it out and handle it and see what it's like. It's got the comb where you grip instead of angled. It's more almost like an AR-15, except it's wood. Just trying to describe the angle there. But that Nightbot's something else, isn't it? You can just type in 1776, drop your link. All I ask is don't flood the links. Just, occasionally drop it. You're welcome. I have no problem with that. It's a good way to promote yourself. I'm kind of funny. I don't like self-promoting. I go in other streams occasionally, and I'll type my channel. Sometimes I don't. I don't know why I'm that way. I just am. Typically try to promote others before I do my own. But yeah, Tika's a good gun. GGW Outdoors is with us. You're out west too, GGW, I think. If I remember. Gun Websites has joined us. Thank you for dropping in, man. I was jumped in with your show here a little earlier. Didn't stay long. I got busy. I need to run down to Kroger, and I got everything in a cart, and I was going to do a pickup, and wouldn't you know it, they want me to pick it up today about 6 or 7 p.m. at night. That ain't going to work, so I changed my mind. I'm just going to drive down there and buy groceries. It's just not worth the hassle. You think if you could order the groceries, you could say, hey, I'll pick it up in 2 hours, or maybe 3 hours. Nope. Pick it up this evening. So I'm not going to do that. But good to see you, G-Webs. He does 2A stuff. Check his channel out, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you in here. I'm going to wind this down. I just wanted to kind of jump in here and say hello. Check my streams out. I already got my Thursday night posted at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. As Rick's Life as I See It says, the only time zone that matters. Always like that. I watch his show quite a bit. I was missing there in action for a little while too on that one, so I jumped in a little bit here and there. I try to jump in all of your shows and at least say hello sometimes. Sometimes I am in and out though. I'll be doing things in the house or walking the dog. I'll take the dog out and come back. And the only thing that I think gets me is that if somebody says hello, they think I'm ignoring them in the chat, and actually I'm not. I'm outside with a dog. So if I never respond in another chat, if somebody says hello, you'll know what I'm doing. I'm busy. If you see me come in and say hello, I typically would try to get the hellos, out of the way, and then I'll go take the dog out or something. But appreciate you guys coming in here. Great to have you in here. Head up to what, 14 maybe? Check my show Thursday. Well, there'll be more morning coffees. I used to say if I drop a morning coffee, I'm going to drop it maybe an hour before. But I may drop them, some of them pre-planned. Who knows? I do like them because I think because there's just no pressure. You don't have to worry about content. You just post the doggone show and just do it. And I kind of like that. But I do love, content stuff driven. That's my favorite typically. But good to see you, Chris from 740 is with us. Let me run up here and I'll call you guys out one more time, shout you out. It's kind of something we do in our community. Especially when I may have overlooked somebody. At least I'll know when I go through the list here. Latoya Williams joined us earlier. Good to see you, Latoya. Kingpin, Michael Hurtnick was with us. Quest for the Perfect Load. Curtis Long joined us. Good to see you, Curtis. Nightbot joined us. Just a joke. Warsaw Patriot joined us earlier. Vanessa Kitty. Who else here? Christmas 740. MSB 9021 joined us. Good to see you, MSB. Good to see you, Vanessa. Thank you for coming in. Christmas 740, I called. Warsaw, Vanessa. New York Outcast jumped in earlier. If you're still listening, thank you for coming by. New York Outcast. Christmas 740, I called. Coat 1927 joined us. Critter 9A. We need to get you back on the panel, Critter. And any of you other guys that haven't ever been on a panel, if you want to, contact me, argun1776@gmail.com. Hey, we'll come up with some subject and do a show if you want to. And introduce you to the, put a face on it if you want. I do prefer faces over avatars, but you can come in a show with an avatar if you like, because some people do the avatar. I did one show, I think, one time, morning coffee, I think, with an avatar, and I felt kind of strange, but good to see each and every one of you. Who else here? One Day at a Time Farmstead joined us. Thank you for coming in. Check these other channels out, guys. And that's another reason we're calling out the side chat here. That way you hear them. You can go check them out. Vanessa Kitty, One Day at a Time Farmstead. New Jersey Fishing Maniac. I check it. He does fishing. I check him out. Good to see you, New Jersey. Critter, who else? Vanessa. Coat 1927, I called, I think. Let's see, Vanessa. Viejo. Can't forget Viejo. That's a cool name. Are you still in jail, Viejo? Or did you get bonded out? Vanessa, Curtis Long joined us. Good to see you, Curtis. Who else? That's probably about it. Rollis Carvelis. Appreciate you coming here, Rollis. One Day at a Time Farmstead joined us. Appreciate your coming in here. It means a lot to me, guys, gals. Let's see. Critter. I think about got it. I'm still scrolling. Make sure. There we go. 67 Rebel, which I typically call you guys out. You know that as you pop in, and I'll scroll up, and if I overlook you, but I have overlooked people. It is human. Sometimes I do make mistakes on that. But good to see you, 67 Rebel, SSTAMC. G Webb's joined us. Appreciate you coming in. That is it. Appreciate you joining me. It was not, it wasn't a topic per se. It's just kind of a hello to you guys. See what's going up. Let me know what you think of the thumbnail. It's just, I know a lot of people ask, what's that boy doing in there? Hey, it's my great grandson. And he's my firstborn grandkid, actually. And we got a lot of, put it this way, we got a lot of granddaughters and great granddaughters in this family. And when he was born, it was something else. He used to come here as a little boy when he's walking, and I would give him a tennis ball, and my lab wouldn't be in the back, my chocolate lab that used to be with me. And Caden is his name, Caden. Caden would take and throw the tennis ball. Paula would get it. And my dog was weird. Paula would come to it now. I kept it, when I finished with him, I put him on a chain because we don't have a fenced-in yard here, and I don't keep him on a chain, so don't think that. But he would fetch on it, jump in the air, and he would actually come up to the end of the chain. He would take his head and take the ball and throw it like that. I've never seen a dog do that. He would literally throw the ball at your feet. You'd pick the ball up and throw it up in the air and let it bounce off. And when it would bounce, he would jump up in the air and grab it airborne. He was a trip. I miss that boy. Good to see Tasha, Art and Adventures with Tasha. I liked the fishing the other day. I've been wanting to go fishing. It's just kind of got hot lately. My brother the other week bought him a $45 fishing pole. And like an idiot, I ended up doing the same thing and come home and I realized I had enough fishing poles and really didn't need it. And I'm going to give it to him for, I got some steel tables coming. It's actually a very, 3 shelves. I think it's 3 or 4. And we're cutting one off. One shelf's going to be steel with 2 levels, upper and lower, and then one's going to be just the upper. And I'm going to have welded adjustable things on it, feet, paws, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be able to adjust it to the surface of the garage or outdoors. I may put one outdoors and one in the garage. And I may close this garage in and make me a big, giant garage. Hey, I got to do it. High Boy's got one, a garage where you can walk around and talk. MacMan's got one, and that is my dream. I would love to have it enclosed and be able to just walk around the benches and talk like that. Right now, I'm kind of cramped in here, which you all can kind of see. I mean, even my vise is indoors. I don't have one in the garage. But, hey, we got quite a few jumping in here. Good to see you, Rebecca. Thank you for coming in. Warmstrong jumped in here. Good to see you, Warmstrong. Tasha joined us. Appreciate it. Good thing I got to talking a little bit longer because I would have missed them. Appreciate each and every one of you coming in. You all have a great day, and God bless. And we'll post maybe a day or two. I may do one tomorrow. Just check back. Have a good one, and God bless. See you guys.